What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. For today, I'm going to be showing you guys my go-to smoky eyes. So if you like this look and want to see how to achieve this for yourself, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, we're starting with our eyes today. I'm going to be using the Louise makeup base. I'm going to use my finger to blend this out because I feel like my finger blends out better than the beauty sponge does, especially when it comes to this particular primer. Now, I either go in with this or concealer powder, just depends on if I start with my face or not, but today we're starting with the eyes, so this is what we are using first. Using the Tarte Maneater palette. I'm going to start with this first shade called Passion. I'm basically putting this all over my lid. This is like a warmish, more on the neutral side of brown. I'm taking any fluffy brush for this look. I'm not exactly sure what the number of this brush is. I believe it's from a Jaclyn Hill Morphe collection from years ago. But yeah, I'm just taking that Passion and putting it all over the lid. Just kind of being a little bit just messy with it. Kind of just sloppily putting it all over my lid. Next, I'm taking Purr, and it's more on the purple peachy brown-esque side. And I'm putting that in my transition area because this is going to be more of your transition color. Yeah, it's just a little bit warmer than the Passion that we just applied, so we're strictly putting this in our transition area. And this is going to just be an extra step to help with the blending process when we go in with darker shades here in a moment. Next, I'm taking Saucy, and I'm just going right over top of that Purr that we just applied. Just taking darker shades and getting darker and darker as we progress, and the darker and darker that we go, the more dimension it will give to the eyes. Sorry, my dryer just went off, so that's the music you hear in the background. Now I am really focusing on carving out my crease because I do kind of want to make this more defined in the crease, but still sort of blowing it out. And we will also go in with circular motions and windshield wiper motions because we do not want any harsh lines. You see, I'm really focused on going back and forth in windshield wiper motions because I want the best pigment payoff while still making sure I have no harsh lines. Next, I'm going in with the shade Midnight, and I'm taking a more dense brush and packing this on the outer corner of my eye because I want the darker and the more depth in the corner of my eye. Now I am still going in circular motions, as you see, and I am bringing it up into the crease, but I am directly putting this on the outer corner because that's where I want the most pigment to be. Whew, I sound like I'm out of breath. And now I'm just taking any clean brush and just going over the edges so that we have no harsh lines and everything is blended and looks seamless. Now I'm taking this really pretty shimmer shade. This is Foxy, and I'm using my finger to apply this because me personally, I feel like a lot of shimmers just apply better with your fingers. I have two different flat brushes that I use for shimmer shades, but I honestly just go back to using my fingers because I just feel like it applies way better. Not only does it apply better, but I feel like it applies more and somehow just seems to it looks smoother when you apply with your finger. Don't know if that's just me, but that's just the way I feel about it. Now I am going back in with that same brush I used for Midnight, and I am, as you see, blending where that Foxy shade and Midnight meet so that we don't strictly have just white and strictly just that dark brown. There's like a nice gradient effect. Now I'm going to be going in with my wing liner today. I'm using the Maybelline Studio Gel Liner in Blackest Black and just making my wing and making my way downtown. Now I'm going to go ahead and tightline. I don't remember where I got this eyeliner, but it is black as can be and it does the job. And this is what I've been using for quite some time now to tightline my waterlines. So that's just what I'm going to be doing right here. I am using two primers today. I'm using on two very different sides of the spectrum. The Fenty Beauty Hydrating Primer is the best thing since sliced bread, in my opinion. It is such a good freaking primer. And if you know, you know, Fenty has that very specific smell when you apply, especially their primers. It just has that smell to it. And it doesn't smell bad. It smells very, very good. I just know that when I apply this, I'm like, yes, Fenty. And then I'm going in with the e.l.f. Grip Primer, which is the dupe for the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. And honestly, there is no difference between this primer and the Milk makeup. So it's literally a fraction of the cost and it does the exact same thing. So if you're looking for a good primer on a budget, there you have it. Now I am also pressing this into the skin just so that our foundation lasts longer. I'm using the infallible Freshwear foundation today. I'm just going to blend that out with a damp beauty sponge. I used to use brushes like back in the day, but at one point I felt like it looked kind of weird on my face, but I don't know if that was just because of the brushes that I had or how old they were. I don't know, but I've been using a beauty sponge for quite some time now, and I feel like it really, really does the job very well. So if you guys know any type of other foundation brushes, concealer brushes, what have you, comment down below and I will gladly check those out. Now we're going to conceal our under eyes. I'm using the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. And I put a little bit on the inner corner and like a line under my wing. Because I've noticed that I tend to use less when I do this. And I feel like it doesn't make my under eyes look dry and grapey. And also it helps clean up any mistakes we made with our liner and our eyeshadow. Then I'm going to go in and set that bad boy with the Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder. Now, with any powder, I feel like I have to do is I press it once into my powder and then I press it directly where I want the powder to be, and then I just lightly kind of set it. Now I'm spraying my face one time with the Morphe setting mist just so everything meshes together and just melts into the skin and everything becomes one. So we're not looking like we dunked our face in a bag of flour, honestly. I'm going to be filling in my eyebrows with the Benefit brow definer, but we're just going to skip right on past this because it's a process. So, ta-da! Brows are done. I'm going back in with that Foxy shade and using that to highlight my brow bone because honestly, it's not too shimmery or too chunky, and I feel like it's one of the perfect highlights for your brow bone. And I'm actually using a highlight brush that's specifically made to highlight your brow bone. This is from the Jaclyn Hill Morphe collection that I talked about earlier. And I've been using this brush for a while to do this exact thing. Now I'm actually taking Purr and Saucy and I mixed both of those and I'm blending that out on my lower lash line. Because I didn't want it to be too smoky. I still want it to be daytime appropriate and nighttime appropriate, but not too much. And then I'm just going to tight line my waterline and kind of blend that into my eyeshadow. Because again, daytime and nighttime appropriate. You got just a little bit. It's smoky enough to be considered nighttime, but you can still wear this during the daytime. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes because me personally, I feel like if I curl my lashes, my falsies lay on them better. I don't know if that's just me, but I'm going to give myself a quick coat of mascara with the Tarte's Lights Camera Lashes Mascara. Then I'm going in with the Ardell Wispies. These are the perfect drugstore lash on the market in my best opinion. Now, I do know about the Kiss lashes. I have not tried those yet, so I do want to try those at some point. But these Ardell Wispies have not steered me wrong yet. Now, I'm actually doing my lower lash mascara right now while I'm waiting on my other eye to dry. Now, sometimes I will say they can give me a bit of trouble. But today was a good eyelash day. That was a really creepy shot. You see me bugging my eyes out in my mirror. That was kind of gross. I'm using the Too Faced Milk Chocolate Bronzer to bronze thy face. This is the best bronzer for a pale girl, for a ginger like myself. It's a very universal shade, I can very much say. It's not too muddy, too orange, too red, too gray. It's like practically perfect, if you ask me. And I'm also using this to bronze up my nose. I'm kind of doing a contour or a bronzer kind of moment. Not exactly contouring, but not fully bronzing either. I'm kind of doing a little bit of both. Just so the center of my face isn't like stark white and bright. Taking the Milani blush in Luminoso and applying that to the apples of the cheeks. I kind of bring it back to my temples, because I don't know, I just feel like it kind of lifts the face. Now I'm going in with my highlighter. This is MAC Whisper of Guilt. I know this was limited edition years ago and I never was able to get my hands on it because it was like a special edition kind of sorta, but then they brought it back, and the second that I realized that they brought it back, I immediately bought one. I think I bought two and I've already used one. So that's what I'm using for my cheekbones, and I'm gonna go ahead and highlight my Cupid's bow, my chin, and my nose as well. I don't exactly highlight all of my nose, just kind of like the bridge. And I'm using the Tresluce lipstick. I actually don't know what this shade is called, but I will link it down below for you guys. I just know it's a really pretty, like, not too mauve, not too pink, not too brown. It's like the perfect nude. I feel like it's a hair more brown than the Jaclyn Hill liquid lip that I like as well. Now I'm just setting my face with the Morphe setting spray again. And that is the final look, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. If you like this video, then please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.